probably going to make most of my videos sitting down here for some unknown reason. It's quite nice in this corner. Hello, I've just made this YouTube channel which is going to be about my recovery. I figured that I'd make a video and just sort of introduce myself and talk about the past and what I'm currently going through and what I'm getting help for and all that kind of stuff. So I have a history of depression, which I've had for about 3 years, I guess, sort of diagnosed. I have an eating disorder, which has yet to be diagnosed, actually. I don't even know when it will be. I have a history of self-harm, overdosing, yeah, all that kind of stuff. I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 10, and I was also diagnosed with celiac disease, which is a gluten intolerance, when I was 12, so that basically it's supposed to restrict your diet to anything containing wheat, barley and rye, so stuff like bread and pasta and all that kind of stuff. But I'm asymptomatic to that, so if I do eat those kind of things, I don't get any symptoms, so I don't really follow that diet very well. Well, I don't follow that diet at all. I guess the whole depression thing kind of started when I was about 16. Well, this is when it sort of got bad, and I was doing my GCSEs, and I basically isolated myself because I was such a perfectionist that only straight A's would do. So I shut myself off from all my friends for months, and I would literally revise every single day. And I think the pressure of that and sort of how I basically took myself out of my social group, I think that had quite a bit to play, quite a big part to play in me developing more serious symptoms of depression, I guess. I mean, it's been there for a long time, but that's when it sort of got really serious. And then in September of 2010, I was talking to some friends on the internet, and I was really suicidal, and I told them that I was going to overdose on my insulin, which is what I have to inject, being diabetic, because if I injected enough then it would kill me. Well, they talked me out of it basically, and then the next day they told my head of year, who took me out of a lesson, and then the ball sort of started rolling from there. I had to go for a risk assessment, like an emergency risk assessment, and then I started seeing a psychologist. My sort of eating problems have been there for a long time. They've been gradually getting worse as I've got older. I've had a distorted body image since at least the age of 7. And I think sort of the diabetes has made it worse, because having to focus so much on what I'm eating, especially a lot more than other teenage girls, realising what I'm putting into my body and how much and everything. And because it's well, certainly to begin with, it was such a strict diet, then obviously that led to sort of rebellion, and it all just sort of got worse from there. It really sort of got bad when I started in university, which was October of last year, which I've dropped out of there currently because I didn't like my course. But I ended up losing about 1.5 stone between October and January. I started self-harming not long after starting sixth form. I guess that provided a release of some sort. It was a way of expressing my feelings because I couldn't do it any other way. So I would cut myself. And I mean, it got gradually more and more serious, using, sharper objects and cutting deeper and trying to hit veins and all that kind of thing. I have a tendency to abuse things, not drugs. I don't do drugs at all, but I have abused alcohol quite severely. I also have a tendency to abuse energy drinks because I have a low tolerance to caffeine. I basically have a need for control. That's basically what is going on. Last week I saw a dietitian and an eating disorder specialist psychologist as like an assessment, like a first assessment type thing. And I'm seeing the psychologist again tomorrow, like for the first session where we're going to be hopefully trying to work out where my eating problems started and how they arose and things like that. And I will be seeing the dietitian when she comes back from holiday, which is on the 5th of June, I think. Oh, I'm seeing a psychiatrist on the 30th of May as well. So I'm basically going to video diary my appointments. I think it would be a good way for me to work out what's been going on. And also I think it would be nice for other people to realise that they're not alone in what they're going through. So if people can see that I'm going through this, then hopefully they won't feel as alone, and they can contact me if they need to. So, feel free to contact me. But yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes, and I'll make a video then.